If ever you've spent time as a 4-H kid planting marsh grass and having mud fights in southwest Louisiana, chances are you know Mark Shirley.
The longtime aquaculture specialist at LSU has retired, but as Twyla's Neil Melanson tells us, his legacy will last many lifetimes.
He's officially retired, but Mark Shirley is out checking traps and water temperature in a crawfish pond. The longtime LSU aquaculture specialist says it's important for farmers to get this information during the season. His retirement can wait, as he still wants to help the industry he devoted his career to.
I've kind of enjoyed working with farmers over the years, because now I'm starting to see their kids, the second generation, almost third generation, working in the crawfish industry. A lot of it's just basic aquatic animal husbandry. Okay, they need good water quality, they need a food supply. If you flood it at the right time, you can kind of improve.
As an aquaculture specialist, Mark was involved in both conserving and marketing alligators. He also helped conserve small alligator trappers, developing a market for them in the 1980s, even as the larger industry began to market to major overseas fashion houses.
At the livestock barn where we have our 4-H livestock shows and stuff, we turned into a big alligator sale. So we had a couple of big corporations come with their hundreds of tags, hundreds of hides, but we also had probably 100 or so smaller landowners that brought their 5 skins or 10 skins or 20 skins, and everybody got a bid from different buyers, and it results in a little bit higher price for everybody.
While he had official duties, one of his passions was helping the 4-H program. Every year, the program held its swamp maneuvers where young people got to experience the bounty of Louisiana's nature firsthand and often for the first time.
That program, I guess I've enjoyed the most. It's been a lot of fun exposing these young people to coastal wetlands, actually crawling in the mud, planting marsh grass. If you ask any of those kids, even years later, what they remember about marsh manures, they'll talk about, crawling in the mud, planting marsh grass, playing marsh volleyball in that mud, late nights shining alligators, catching crabs. Those kind of experiences stick with those kids for many, many, many years. And I guess I'm old enough, I've actually seen kids of kids. So some of that first generation that came to camp the first 5 or 10 years, I've seen some of their kids come through the program.
And while he's continuing his efforts at LSU on a volunteer basis, especially with the state hiring freeze, Mark says he's going to go enjoy himself even as he wants to stay involved in ag.
We all kind of consider this job as a vocational kind of thing. It's a way of life. And we enjoy what we're doing. We're helping people. As agents located in the parishes, I'm here in Vermilion Parish, you get to know the families, you go to church with them, you go see them at the grocery store. 3 grandkids that between soccer and swimming, I'm going to be doing some of that. And my wife and I, we do plan on doing some traveling. So fun times are ahead.
Mark's official date of retirement was March 31st, but he's still at the office tying up some loose ends. And yes, he still will be volunteering at the 4-H swamp maneuvers each year. And guys, of course, you saw on the video Mark smiling, and one of the things I really couldn't show was his sense of humor. For instance, we went to lunch afterwards, and he ordered the pork po' boy, and then he turned to me and said, "And my grandson here will pay for it." So he's constantly joking, but that's a wonderful personality that I really hope he continues at volunteer efforts, because he's been indispensable across South Louisiana for so many years.
Yeah, and that personality would come out on social media. I mean, he was great at posting these short little instructional videos about crawfish. And I even had some friends comment on them about, did not know that, like one where it explains what the fat really is.
Right, yeah. And of course, another thing we didn't talk about in the story was his involvement in the whooping crane restoration, which is part and parcel of South Louisiana, and that's a hugely successful effort that's paralleled with the recovery of the American alligator.
Well, that's a high compliment from you to say that somebody has a good sense of humor, because you're very picky about your humor in Neil Melanson. Great story.